A lot of times you're holding your breath because of frustration, fear, not being fully present. When we connect to our breath, we're connecting to our soul self. The first thing that we do when we come in this human experience is we take our first breath. Breath is life. Welcome to Collective Guidance with your host, Charla Goodnight. This is a space where we come together to share wisdom, stories, and insights from thought leaders and everyday humans alike. Here, you'll find conversations on spirituality, health, wellness, parenting, and the human experience, all designed to remind you that you are not alone and that we are all connected. Let's step into the guidance we can only find together. Welcome back to Collective Guidance. I'm your host, Charla Goodnight. I am so grateful to have you here today. I want to talk about something that has truly changed the way I live, feel, and respond to life. And that something is breath work, which I have been doing a lot of lately. This isn't just a wellness trend. It is ancient wisdom supported by modern science. Everyone's talking about it, right? And for me personally, breath work has helped me increase my HRV, lower my stress, and feel more connected to the moment, to my body, and to my essence, my soul. If you've been feeling overwhelmed, anxious, or just kind of disconnected lately, this episode's for you. Let's dive in. Let me take you back to May 2014. This was my first experience with breath work. My dear friend invited me to a Breath of Bliss workshop. It was a personal workshop with only 4 people and the facilitator, Christabel Zamore. I did not know what I was in for, as I had never experienced breath work before. The workshop lasted for 2 hours and it was beyond ecstatic. I went through the full range of emotions: joy, sadness, bliss, ecstasy. My body was like, ah, discomfort, and overall feeling at the end with this connection to my higher self. I just felt so grounded into my body. I felt my soul fully embodied in my body. For the first time in my life, my nervous system felt regulated. I had tingles all over my body. It was definitely breath of bliss. I did not have any more experiences with breath work really after that until about 8 years later at a Joe Dispenza retreat. And the truth is, breath work is not my favorite by any means. Breath work is not my favorite. But lately, I have been super focused on it because I want to increase my HRV. I realize that my HRV is very low and I love to be healthy. And so I want to increase my HRV. I'll tell you about HRV soon enough, but let me just tell you about the basics of breath work, right? Breath work is a practice that uses conscious, controlled breathing techniques to influence your mental, emotional, and physical state. It makes you spiritually feel connected. Now, I know it's obvious, right? We all breathe, but most of us aren't breathing fully. We're breathing shallow, quick, upper chest breathing, especially when we're stressed and scrolling on our phones or multitasking through life. I realize a lot of times for me, I am not taking conscious breath. When we consciously focus on our breath and do breath work, it invites us to return to a deep, intentional breathing, to engage the diaphragm, to slow things down, to come home to ourselves. It helps calm the nervous system. There are many, many styles of breath work. Like I said, my first introduction to breath work was Breath of Bliss. But then I learned about box breathing, where it's inhale for 4, hold for 4, exhale for 4, hold for 4. Then there is a 4-7-8 breathing, alternate nose, nostril breathing, holotropic breathing. I'm sure everyone has heard of Wim Hof breathing, but at the heart of it, breath work helps us shift out of the fight or flight and into rest and restore. It gives the brain what it needs and wants: oxygen. Now, let's talk about HRV, heart rate variability. This is where breath meets science. HRV is the variation in time between heartbeats. It sounds weird at first. Don't we want our hearts to beat evenly? Actually, no. A higher HRV means your body can adapt and respond more flexibly to stress. It means your nervous system is resilient, that you can shift from tension to relaxation, from alert to calm. Most importantly, you're able to do it when needed. When you feel stressed, you're able to relax yourself. Think of HRV like a readout of how balanced your nervous system is. It's one of the best indicators of health, recovery, and overall well being. So, why am I concerned about my HRV, right? Why does it matter? A low HRV is often linked to chronic stress, burnout, poor sleep, or even heart disease. When you're stuck in survival mode, your HRV drops. Your body stays on high alert, and that impacts everything from your digestion to your mood to how well you can focus and connect with others. On the other hand, a higher HRV is associated with better stress resilience, improved sleep, more emotional regulation, faster recovery from workouts, a stronger immunity, and even greater feelings of presence and gratitude. And guess what? One of the most effective tools is to improve HRV. Yeah, breath work. And that's what I've been focusing on. I started tracking my HRV out of curiosity, to be honest. I have an Aura ring that I wear, and I was surprised at how low it was. I had been doing all the things: eating well, moving my body, meditating. I wasn't necessarily doing the breath work with the meditating, gratitude, just everything that I can do to make sure that my wellness is in check. I rarely drink alcohol, stay away from substance. And so I was kind of shocked that my HRV was so low. But apparently, my nervous system was still living in an underlining hum of tension. And when I started practicing simple breath work daily, even just for a few minutes, I noticed something shift. My HRV went up. And when I started practicing, it was before I went to bed. I just started inhaling through my nose, filling my belly up, exhaling through my heart, through my nose, and then doing it again. I noticed that my HRV went up from doing this, and not just in numbers, but in how I felt. I felt more calm, more steady. I wasn't as reactive. I could pause before responding. I felt more grounded and anchored in my body. And eventually, my HRV has started rising even more. Breath became and is my anchor, my medicine. It's my reset button. I notice if I start getting stressed that I start focusing on my breath and controlling my breath and breathing and really taking in that my stress starts to dissipate and starts to go down. So, what can you do today, or how can you incorporate this? I want to share with you three simple breathwork techniques that you can begin using now. They don't require any special equipment or for you to buy anything. And I'm not trying to sell you anything. If you want an Aura ring, I think it's a great thing to have, but I'm not going to get anything from it, or something that will track your HRV. I think that that is a great tool to have. So you're aware of what your HRV is. All you need is just your body and your breath. So, like I mentioned before, box breathing is inhale for 4 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. You want to repeat this for 1 to 5 minutes. It's great to set a timer. I think that this is a great stress relief and focus before meetings or bedtime. I know sometimes when I go to the grocery store, I start getting a little anxious because I'm like, what all am I supposed to be getting here? And I'll go into box breathing. Another one that I really like is the extended exhale breathing, 4, 6, or 4, 8. So you inhale for 4 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale for 6 to 8 seconds. The long exhale activates the parasympathetic nervous system, the rest and digest part of the body. This is really great if you're feeling anxious or overwhelmed as well. And sometimes I even like to, on the exhale, do a sigh. Ah, make a sound with that. It feels really, really good to just ah. And then another one that I like, the third one that I really like is 3 conscious breaths. So wherever you are right now, take a moment, inhale deeply through your nose, exhale gently through your mouth. Repeat this for 3 times. Repeat this for 3 times. That's it. Sometimes all it takes is 3 conscious breaths to shift your energy, your mindset, your moment. A lot of times you're holding your breath because of frustration, fear, not being fully present. When we connect to our breath, we're connecting to our soul self. The first thing that we do when we come in this human experience is we take our first breath. Breath is life. And if at any moment you want to calm down, it's connecting back to life, your breath. So I want to leave you with this. Your breath is always here with you, always with you. It doesn't need a charger. It doesn't cost anything. It is always here. It doesn't require a certification. Now, if you want to get a certification in breath work, I think that that is amazing because then you'll be able to share it with others. And the facilitator that I really love is Christabel Zamore. And she is amazing. And her academy is called Breath of Bliss. And you can look it up online, breathofbliss.com. She is phenomenal. But to do breath work does not require a certification. It's free. It's sacred. It's powerful. It's the first thing you did when you came into this human experience. And when you exhale is the last thing you will do in this human experience. When we learn to breathe with intention, we connect to something ancient and wise within us, our soul self, something that remembers who we really are at our essence. So it feels like life is heavy and fast and uncertain and the whole world is going to shit. Like my son told me that the younger generation feels. Come back to your breath, because your breath is what is real. Your breath is what is real. If you feel disconnected or distracted, come back to your breath. If you want to train your body to feel safe, to feel alive, to feel free, come back to your breath. And if you do any of these practices, I'd love to hear how it goes. You can DM me on Instagram or message me through collectiveguidance.com. Let's keep this conversation alive. We're all learning and, most importantly, remembering together. We're remembering this ancient wisdom that is within us together. Until next time, my wish for you is that you inhale peace, you exhale tension, and you stay present. You are your own guide. And I am so honored to be walking this path with you. Thank you for joining me today on Collective Guidance. I hope you feel lighter, more inspired, and deeply connected to your own path. Follow us on Instagram and TikTok at Collective Guidance or our website, collectiveguidance.com. If this episode resonated with you, please share it with a friend and subscribe so you never miss an episode. Until next time, may you walk with clarity, courage, joy, and love.